Hi there Kidz Klubbers, it's George here and I'm going to show you how to make peppermint ice creams. First of all you need one free-range egg white, so you need to separate it and take the yolk out. Half a lemon, so you cut the lemon in half and squeeze the juice out. 400 grams of icing sugar, so get icing sugar, 400 grams, measure it really carefully on your scales, and half a teaspoon of peppermint extract. That gives it the flavour of the lovely peppermint sweeties. Okay, first step is to lightly beat the egg. So you put the egg white into a bigger bowl. So you just want the egg white. Whisk it up. This is the bit that takes a fair bit of time. Keep on whisking, 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 whisking. When it gets frothy, you can see the bubbles there, getting all frothy, then you add the lemon juice and stir that in. So get a sieve, and with the sieve, you sieve the icing sugar into the bowl. This makes it nice and fine. Again, this is quite time consuming. We can bash the side of the sieve and sieve the icing sugar. Carry on sieving, 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 sieving. Sing a little song in the meantime. You can sing a Kidz Klub song. Our God is a great big God, or force field, or whatever you'd like to sing as you are sifting the icing sugar. It gets quite messy actually. You'll have to clean your sides afterwards. And stop. And give it a good old stir. Just using one of these spoons. Drop that down. Now carry on sieving. Okay, that should be about it. As you can see, you're left with the more like rocky bits of the icing sugar. I mean, you can try and sort of like press it through. There we go. Just so that you get everything there. So you're left with a nice soft, floury type of icing sugar that you can mix through. And ideally you should get a metal spoon for this. Mix it all up, and before it's all too mixed up, you get a measuring spoon. Half a teaspoon is enough, otherwise it's going to be quite strong. So you look at the measurements really, really carefully. Half a teaspoon, and you carefully measure out the peppermint essence. Pour it in, and carry on stirring. I'm going to use one of these big spoons to just keep on stirring. Stirring and stirring and stirring until you get the right consistency. And it's quite runny, so I'm going to need some more icing sugar. So you can kind of see yourself the right sort of consistency. But here's the bit where you kind of guesstimate. So do you know how good peppermint is for you? It's really good for your tummy. Peppermint oil, peppermint tea, it's really good. So, but if you have too many peppermint sweeties, obviously remember to brush your teeth. So the next step is when it's quite firm like this, then you can get some out onto your dusted board that you can use to lay it out on. You can press it down, dust it both sides, a bit like pastry really. Press it down and then get a cutter. I've got a little cup, and you can cut out like a small sweetie worth peppermint cream. So if you haven't got a cutter, you can use other things just to press out a little shape, a little circular shape. There we go, and roll it on the icing a bit, shape it up. I mean, when I was younger, I used to make these with my sister. We just used to get the mixture and just put it around in our hands, make little balls. Make little sweeties, like so really. But you need to leave them out on the side to dry. Then they'll go a bit hard and you can pick them up and eat them. And if you have got any food colouring with the rest of this mixture, I'm going to put a capful of green colouring in to make it like green peppermint or spearmint. Mix that all up with your spoon. There we go, you can see the colours are going in there really nicely and it's making a nice green colour. Mix it all up with your spoon, with your fingers, mix it around in a ball, pop it on your board to dry. Now I have seen it done where people get their peppermint creams once they are a bit hardened and dip just the edge in a bit of chocolate. Then mix it, mould it, roll it around, pop it on your lightly dusted surface so that it doesn't stick. Leave it to dry. And you've got some nice sweeties to share. So there's just a few peppermint creams, or you could cut around with a knife, make a nice little shape, as long as you're very, very careful. Or just put a picture of your fingers, you can make a heart shape, perhaps. Up to you. That is how to make some delicious peppermint creams.